far as the Supreme Court hearing is concerned, where it took suo motu cognizance of the horrifying rape and murder of a trainee doctor in West Bengal's RJ Medical College and Hospital in Kolkata. As far as scathing observations that has been made by the court, especially the concern that has been raised and the criticism that has been done of the West Bengal government over delayed filing of the FIR, and also when it comes to the protest that has been taking place. Taking suo motu cognizance, the Supreme Court emphasized that this incident highlights broader systemic issue concerning the safety of doctors across the country. A bench that has been led by CJI along with Justices J.B. Pardiwala and also Manoj Mishra stated that if women cannot work safely, it amounts to denying them equality. The court also questioned the West Bengal government on the delay in filing the FIR and criticized the hospital authorities of their handling of the situation. The bench also noted that crime like this was likely detected in early hours, but the college principal or the former college principal initially tried to dismiss it as a case of suicide. The court also questioned the Kolkata police on how a mob of thousands managed to enter the same hospital where the crime happened and vandalized it. Furthermore, the court scrutinized when it comes to the decision to appoint the RJ Hospital's principal to another college hours after he stepped down from the position. Now, the bench also cautioned the West Bengal government against the using of power to suppress protests, stating that this is the time for national reflection. The Supreme Court highlighting the need for a national protocol to be set to ensure safe working conditions, particularly for young doctors and interns who often work for grueling hours, sometimes over 36 hours at a stretch. Nationwide protests for a week that we have been witnessing, viewers, that have erupted across the country, and doctors and civil society people also demanding justice and increased safety for medical professionals, especially when it comes to women.
But there is a virtual absence of safe conditions of work for young doctors across the country, particularly in public hospitals. Most of the young doctors have to put in somewhere
36 hours stretch.
We find that there are no duty rooms available, no separate restrooms or duty rooms available for men and women doctors, for the other nursing staff, for the paramedical staff who are also on duty. And therefore, we must evolve a national consensus to ensure that there must be a standard national protocol to ensure that safe conditions of work are provided. Ultimately, it's not that every time that there is a rape or murder that the conscience of the nation is awakened. We have to do something right here and now to ensure that these conditions of safety are maintained in terms of protocols which will not just be on paper, but protocols which will be enforced across India. The body is handed over to the parents for cremation at 8:30 p.m. The FIR is registered at 11:45 p.m. 3 hours and 15 minutes after the body is handed over to the parents for cremation. Now, between 1:45 and 4 p.m., the autopsy takes place, followed by the postmortem.
The autopsy took place at 6 o'clock, not at...
Fair enough. That's all right. We'll take it as between 1 and 4 o'clock. Now, clearly, the autopsy would reveal that this is a case where a doctor has been murdered, where she has been murdered. The FIR is registered at 11:45 in the night, Mr. Sibba.
And who was expected to
Nobody in the hospital registers the FIR. The father registers the... What was the principal or the vice principal? What were the authorities of the hospital doing?
Well, let's quickly break that down and go across to our reporters. We have Bhavtosh joining us from the Supreme Court. We have Shreya also joining us from the same hospital where the crime happened. And Sabyasachi is also joining us from Kolkata. Bhavtosh, the reason what the Supreme Court has said that why they decided to take this suo motu matter is because this is not a matter related to a particular murder which took place in a hospital in Kolkata. He says, as far as the CJI is concerned, that he raised systemic issues that are related to safety of doctors across the country, and that is why a need has been set, an example that needs to be set so that another such kind of heinous crime like rape and murder does not take place again.
Yes, Amita, this hearing lasted for nearly 2 hours, and it's very rare that a matter that is already been seized by the Calcutta High Court is again taken up by the Supreme Court. And as soon as the hearing started, two important things happened. One, that the Chief Justice of India said that he is very revolted by the fact that the victim's photograph is out in social media, and also by the fact that her name is there on social media. Remember, there is this bitter war of words between TMC and BJP, with each accusing other of all offences. He then stressed a very important point. He said that these issues should not shake the conscience of society whenever rape happens, but these are systematic problems. He also said that women are more susceptible primarily because of the fact that patriarchy is ingrained in the society. He importantly said that medical facilities are not available to everyone, particularly in medical washrooms are not available to everyone, primarily because, particularly in medical facilities. He said that there are doctors and hospital staff who are traveling long distances. He further asked CBI that they have to submit a report by 22nd of August. Solicitor General wanted more time,
right,
but the Chief Justice did not budge, and he said that he wants that medical report, status report, to be submitted by 22nd of August. So day after tomorrow is the time when the matter will be taken up again by the Supreme Court. But Shreya, more importantly, how the doctors are now reacting to the CGI's intervention, the direct intervention that is coming from the Supreme Court, and the assurances that has been given by the Supreme Court. The CGI said that we are here and we are taking over the case.
Well, of course, we see that CGI gives some reassurance, also criticizes the role of police, the role of the college authority. Right now, we're reporting live from Arjikar Medical College and Hospital. This is the epicenter. This is where the incident has happened. And as you can see that there is a screen, and the entire Supreme Court hearing was live telecasted. And here we have resident doctors who have joined us, and these people were closely monitoring the Supreme Court order. Now, let me in fact go across to some of the doctors and try to understand how they're reacting. I want to come to you. You're a resident doctor with Arjikar. Tell me how you're reacting with the Supreme Court observation. They say that the Supreme Court is with the protesting doctors and also criticizes the role of the college authority and the police.
The role of the college authority and the police, everything are the matter under investigation. I won't comment about that. But the steps being taken by the Supreme Court are welcoming, but we will get the whole details of the written order. Then afterwards we will analyze that and we will declare our later course of action.
So of course you can hear the doctor. They say that they're waiting for the final order, after which they will have a general body meeting where they will look at whatever has been said. Say so far all the observations have been welcoming by that of the Supreme Court, but they will once again look after all the details of the order, after which they will give a statement.
Absolutely, because scathing observations that has been made by the Supreme Court, Sabyasachi, and also feeling the need to create the NTF, which is a national task force comprising of doctors from all across the country to give recommendations. And of course, when it comes to the modalities that need to be followed all over the country to ensure the safety of medical professionals.
Well, absolutely. See, the National Task Force will be formed, and it will comprise of senior doctors from different hospitals as well as the secretaries of ministries, and together they would sit down and formulate the modalities for the secure of the doctors in different hospitals across the country. Now it has been tasked that they have a certain time period since when they have to submit their recommendation to the Supreme Court. Now the Supreme Court had given an assurance to the agitating doctors who have been protesting across the country to go back to their duties, because the Supreme Court suggested that for the lower class it is very much difficult for them to go to private hospital, and under these circumstances, when the Supreme Court have assured the protesting doctors that the Supreme Court is with them and they would look into every single possibility and aspect and every single demand that has been coming in from the protesting doctors to make sure that they make the hospitals a secure environment for the doctors.
Absolutely, because Bhavtosh, on part of the ongoing CBI investigation because there is on one part on the directions of the Calcutta High Court that the CBI took over. On the other hand, the SIT by the West Bengal government that has also been formed to check on the alleged irregularities of the same hospital. We are looking at investigations that has been taking place, but here it seems that the CBI would have to answer or put forth a status report on what they have done till now.
Yes, the Supreme Court has said that CBI has to submit a status report. The Supreme Court has also said that Kolkata police also had to submit a report, but this is pertaining to the alleged allegations or the allegations that have been leveled regarding to the claims by there is a section of doctors who have also leveled allegations that there has been dressing up of the crime scenes and also destruction of evidence. Now, senior counsel Kapil Sibal, who appeared for the state government, said that there is a wrong narrative that has been said on social media and otherwise also that there has been there are two things. He has said that there are reports that the parents were informed that their daughter has died by suicide. This did not happen, and also there are reports that there was hurriedly their daughter's she was cremated. He completely denied this, but the Chief Justice of India in fact said that why was this delay in filing of the FIR and why an accidental death report was filed. Now the Kapil Sibal said that did not happen. They followed everything the parents wanted to do. They in fact postmortem was conducted, but it appeared that the Supreme Court was angry and Supreme Court had very tough words for the West Bengal government for two things. One, when it came to for the postmortem, when it was very clear from the postmortem that this was a homicide case, why was there a delay in filing of the FIR?
Well, we have seen how the court has pulled up when it comes to the West Bengal government and its police, and important when it comes to the observations that has been made by the CGI orally, saying that if women are not able to go to work and working conditions are not safe, we are denying them equality. And more measures as far as the setting up of this national task force is concerned, recommendations that are now to be given with concerns and considerations put forth by the relevant stakeholders. And of course, coming at a time when the next hearing that will be taking place day after tomorrow.